Business loan options for veterans. Look, you have a lot of options if you're a veteran. And by the way, thank you for your service. And in this training, we're going to talk about all these different options you have to be able to get credit lines and loans as a veteran to be able to fund your business. Look, we got a lot of options to cover, so let's dive in. So let's get started with one of the best options I think out there that's for veterans, and this is the Veterans Advantage program through SBA. With Veterans Advantage, you get a couple benefits. First of all, it's a little bit easier to get approved. It's also a little bit quicker to get approved as well. As a matter of fact, SBA has specific loans that work really well for veterans that are designed to expedite your approval, so you can even get approved in 1 month or less and even get your funding in that matter of time. Now, SBA loans are the best loans out there because they're the longest term and they're also the lowest interest rate. And there's a lot of different kinds of SBA loans that you're going to get. Probably more than likely you'll get a 7A loan, which means like money for general working capital. Now, for an SBA loan, you're going to get long terms, low interest, and low payments, which allows you to borrow a lot of money, hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions of dollars, and keep your payments very affordably. But keep in mind, SBA is also one of the hardest type of financing out there to qualify for. You're going to need to have established business credit and good personal credit. You're going to need to have financials, at least 2 to 3 years worth of tax returns that show that you're making some kind of profit. And you're also going to need to have some kind of asset or collateral to pledge that's equivalent to the loan amount you're borrowing. And this could be a combination of business and personal assets. Now, if you have that, you're going to get the best and easiest kind of financing. And as a veteran, you're going to get a streamlined approach with a faster approval and an easier approval. So it's definitely the program that you want to check out. Now, let's say you don't have everything that's needed to qualify for SBA. Then we're going to look at private lenders, and a lot of alternative or private lenders out there that focus on veteran-based businesses. Now, these are easier to get than SBA. You typically need to have average or better credit, 620 or 650 FICO scores or higher, and you're also going to need to have typically 1 year's worth of tax returns to get approved, but you're going to get a nice term loan, oftentimes as much as 3 to 5 year term, so it still gives you a considerable amount of money that you're able to get with affordable payments and an easier approval route because your credit doesn't have to be as good. You really don't need collateral for these. You just need to show some kind of cash flow over the last year, and if you meet those requirements, you could typically get approved. Next, we want to talk about grants. There's a lot of grants that are specially for veteran-owned businesses, and to get these, you want to go to 2 places. You want to go to grants.gov. Grants.gov is where we get all the federal grants, which makes up the majority of grants that are available in the grant system. And there's plenty of private-backed grants as well. A lot of these actually come from trusts and from other nonprofits where they're actually lending the money. But again, most of your grants are going to come from grants.gov. That is the actual federal grants. You can also go to Grant Watch. Now, Grant Watch is where you can access local grants. This is where you get community grants, city grants, state grants. And again, a lot of these are designed for veteran-owned businesses. So make sure you check out those 2 sources because grants are free money. It's money that you can get that doesn't have to be paid back. So any of those options work for your business. You want to grab them because not a lot of people are applying for them because they're only for veteran-based businesses. And there's a smaller percentage of us in the country that actually have veteran-owned businesses. And yet another kind of loan that works really well for veterans is called P2P financing or P2P loans. Now, this is peer-to-peer lending, and it's basically crowdfunding for privately owned businesses. So there's a lot of P2P lenders out there, including Lending Club and Prosper, and a lot of the P2P lenders out there actually give preferential treatment to veterans. So make sure that you look at peer-to-peer lending. It's an easier source to get than SBA loans, even than alternative lenders, and it's pretty fast money. You're able to typically get approved same day and get funding in 72 hours or less. Next, we also want to look at lenders or credit unions that really focus on veterans. One of the best examples is Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union really focuses on veterans and veteran-owned businesses and is a great source for credit cards, credit lines, and loans as well. And lastly, don't forget about business credit. Business credit works really well for veteran-owned businesses. It can pay for about 90% of whatever your business needs to buy. And the best part is you can get a lot of business credit without a personal guarantee and without a personal credit check. And there you have it. There's my best choices for credit lines, for loans, and for credit cards that you can get as a veteran-owned business where you can get faster approvals and better terms. Now, if you'd like to access a lot more options for funding, make sure you grab our free guide on 27 killer ways to get money to grow your business. You can grab it at creditsuite.com/27. That's creditsuite.com/27. Hey, did you get value from this training? If so, make sure you like and subscribe and keep your eye out for our next training. We're talking about more cool ways to get the money you need to start and grow your business.